Hey, it's Stargirl the Practical Witch. Let's do an art project together. Today I'm going to show you how to make sigils to manifest whatever you want. This is a part of chaos magic, so this isn't the strongest magic out there. This is weaker magic, but it does work. So this is best used for little manifestations, such as if you want your hair to be silkier, if you want more confidence, if you want to be more charismatic, if you want to be more creative. It's also great for if you want a raise at your job, or if you want someone you've been thinking of to notice you. So this is a perfect tool for little things. This isn't the greatest for big manifestations, such as finding your life path or finding your life purpose. This is chaos magic once again, so it isn't 100% reliable all the time, so it is best for little things and works best for little things. A sigil is pretty much a symbol that you make and use for magical purposes. That is all it is. So I'm going to show you how to make it, how to use it, how to activate it to get whatever it is you want in life. So as usual, what you need is a piece of paper and a pen, like with all my spells, and you need to think about what it is you want. So let's say you want to lose weight. You can write, I am a healthy weight. So I know I talk about this a lot, but always write it, whatever your intention is, in present tense, like it's already happening. Why? Because the spells in the universe don't understand the human construct of time. This could also work for if you want to be more confident. You could write, I am confident. Or let's say you want a raise at your job. You can write, I make more money at work. So this will work for anything as long as you write it in present tense like it is already happening. So once you write down what it is you want, then what you do is you go ahead and cross out all the vowels. A, E, I, U, and sometimes Y. With the Y, if you find that you cross out a bunch of letters in your sentence and you're only left with like 4 letters, you can keep the Y. It's really up to your discretion. So once you cross out all of the vowels in your intention sentence, you are going to write down the remaining letters. For example, this was what I was left with once I crossed out all the vowels. You're going to rewrite the remaining letters that weren't crossed out underneath. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to cross out all repeating letters. So if you see more than one letter, cross it out. So what you should be left with is 1 letter of each. You do not want any repeating letters. You only want 1 letter of each thing. So for instance, I had MHLTHWGHT left. So I saw there was more than 1 H. So I crossed out the other 2 H. And then I saw there was another T, so I crossed out the other T. And then what I was left with was MHLTWG. You see how that works? You first write your sentence in present tense of what you want. Cross out the vowels, rewrite the remaining letters. Cross out repeating letters, but still keep the original letter. And then you are left with 1 of each letter at the bottom. What you're going to do with these remaining letters is you are going to draw a symmetrical circle, or as symmetrical as you can make it. Mine's not very symmetrical. Just draw a circle. And then with the remaining letters, you are going to make a design within the circle. You are going to make your sigil. So, for instance, I have an M, so I'm going to creatively put an M in here. And then cross out the M once I put it in there. And then I have an H, so I'm going to creatively put an H in there. And then cross it out once I'm done. And I'm just going to keep doing this with the remaining letters. And then I'm left with this weird symbol. And the point of it is so you can't see the letters you used, obviously. Okay, you want it to be disguised in this weird design, but you do want to fit all of your remaining letters into this circle in a weird design, so when you look at it, you can't tell which letters are where and what exactly you are looking at. So you want it to be weird. Take your time on this, be unique with it. Spells are focused energy onto an intention, so the more energy and creativity you put onto this, the more likely it is to work. So once you fit all of your remaining letters into an image, and you can't obviously see what it is, it's unique, you are going to cut it out. I actually couldn't find scissors, so we're gonna use our imagination and pretend that this is cut out, but you want to cut it around the circle. If you want to leave the black line of the circle, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's really up to you. There's no set guidelines on how to do this. Okay, so once you have your finished product, your finished sigil, there are a couple different ways you can activate it. So once again, spells are energy focused onto an intention. So in order to activate it, you need to release energy. So in order to activate this so it works, you can work out, and then when you work out, look at this. And you don't have to work out forever. It could be like, 5 push-ups, 50 jumping jacks, something that gets your sweat going while you stare intently at this. And then when you're finished, take your sweat and dab your sigil on your sweat. Your DNA will activate it, and that's what will make it work. Another way you can activate it is a little more adult, but you can have fun with yourself and use sex magic. And when you are about to finish, look at the sigil. And then when you have finished, if you have sweat or if you have any kind of bodily fluid left over from that, you're going to dab it on the sigil to activate it. And those are the two best ways to activate it. Those are the two things that let out a lot of energy, and energy is just an energy focused onto an intention makes a spell. So once you have some of your DNA on this, you activated it by using some kind of energy, now it's time to dispose of it. There is no set in stone way to dispose of it. If you want to then light it on fire and open a window and let the ashes go out into the sky and pretend your intention is going out into the world, that works. And then the only problem with that is you have ashes left over, and then you have to dispose of the ashes. So you can either bury it and pretend the seed is also growing in the soil, like your intention is a seed growing in the soil from the ashes, or you could dump it in running water and watch your intention float away into its directed path. Another way you can dispose of this properly is you can just bury your sigil in the ground and pretend it's a seed, and with every given day it grows bigger and bigger. Your intention grows into existence. Or another way you could do it is you could take your sigil and put it in moving water like a river or stream and watch it float away into its intention. So as you can see, there are a bunch of different ways that could work. It's not set in stone. It all depends on you. Me personally, I think the burying the sigil under the ground and imagining it's a seed that grows with each given day works best for me. But experiment. See what works good for you. There is no limit to how many times you can do this. If you want to do this every day, go ahead. If you want to not dispose of your sigil and keep it and just keep focusing on it every day and doing the dabbing of it, and after a week then dispose it, you can. If you want to keep making a new one and keep doing this every day, you can. The more you do it, the more powerful it is, because the more energy and focused intention you are putting onto it. So there is no right or wrong way. The only basic guidelines are: write your intention in present tense, cross out the vowels, cross out the repeating letters, then use the repeating letters to make a symbol inside a circle, which is your sigil. Then you need to activate it by doing something that releases energy and focusing on it, and then dab some of your sweat or DNA onto it, and then dispose of it any way you want to, whether it be fire burying the ashes, whether it be planting it in the ground, whether it is putting it on water. Whatever element you want to work with works. Now once again, this is best for little spells like affirmations, feeling more confident, if you want more recognition, if you want to be more attractive, if you want your hair to be silkier, if you want to raise at work. Bigger ones we leave to journaling, which I will explain in another video, but this is a great little tool just to get ahead in life a little bit, and I hope it works for you. I know it works for me, and this is a great manifesting tool. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!